pretending to be a mentor, trying to get some ass.
Everybody assumes that Tyler Perry is gay. I said it.
Tyler Perry is gay. I know he's gay. He knows he's gay. We all have friends that know he's gay. I've hung around Tyler Perry. I've known Tyler Perry for years.
Sometimes what you put in my mouth is not how I talk.
It appears Samuel L. Jackson just took a massive shot at Tyler Perry, and Hollywood is in shock. Known for never holding back, Jackson has finally spoken out because rumors are swirling about Perry's alleged involvement with the so-called gay mafia in Hollywood.
Who's in a black gay mafia? And she said Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey. Tyler Perry is currently trying to shut the documentary down.
After years of controversy surrounding Perry's portrayal of black culture and his stereotypical characters, Jackson has had enough, and he's letting everyone know it.
I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so this is what I got to say. It's funny how he got all this money to do everything but the right thing.
The legendary actor didn't hold back in calling out Perry for what many believe is a damaging influence on the industry. Is this the final straw for Perry? Has Samuel L. Jackson finally exposed the truth about Hollywood's most controversial director? And what exactly did he say that has everyone talking? Let's find out.
We gotta talk about Tyler. We gotta talk about Christian Keys.
In a shocking turn of events, Jackson reportedly commented on the explosive new documentary Surviving T. Perry, which promises to expose some of the deepest, darkest secrets about Tyler Perry. Word on the street is that this documentary is going to make waves bigger than Surviving Diddy. Yes, bigger. And Jackson didn't hold back in sharing his opinion. According to sources, Jackson allegedly called out the so-called billionaires in Hollywood who, in his words, use their power to manipulate, control, and silence those around them. Subtle? Not at all. And we all know who that's hinting at, Tyler Perry.
You got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account.
What's even crazier is the swirling rumors about the black gay mafia running Hollywood. Roseanne Barr, another controversial figure, dropped some major bombshells back in 2021, claiming that Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels were key players in this secretive group. And now, this new documentary is adding even more fuel to the fire. Jackson allegedly hinted that people like Perry have played the game for far too long, and their reign might be coming to an end. Perry, who's desperately trying to shut down the documentary, even allegedly used his billionaire status to throw money around and get this whole thing wiped from the internet.
Tyler Perry is currently trying to shut the documentary down.
But here's the kicker. It's not working. The doc is still going strong and people are talking. In fact, according to YouTuber Storm Monroe, actor Christian Keys, who worked with Perry on several projects, has spoken up about some extremely uncomfortable situations, adding credibility to the claims about Perry's questionable actions behind the scenes.
Pretending to be a mentor, trying to get some ass.
Keys, who starred in some of Perry's films, recounted how a Hollywood billionaire, rumored to be Perry himself, offered him cars and money for his silence. Keys, being a stand-up guy, refused the offer and has since hinted at some shady behavior from powerful figures in Hollywood. Sound familiar?
I was broke as fuck. When I tell you, I would have loved that $100,000. I wasn't finna sell my soul.
Jackson's comments, if true, are only intensifying the conversation. And let's be real, if Samuel L. Jackson is coming for you, people are going to listen. This is a man who isn't afraid to speak his mind, and in this case, it looks like he's done just that.
Sometimes what you put in my mouth is not how I talk.
We all know Tyler Perry is the entertainment mogul who is known for his signature Madea character and record-breaking box office hits. Well, he is finding himself in some very murky waters, again. But not for his over-the-top, stereotype-laden movies that have black actresses turning away in droves. Nope, this drama hits a lot closer to home, and it involves none other than Sean Diddy Combs and some seriously freaky allegations.
Yeah, we riding around this Tyler Perry studio. I ain't even gonna lie to you, like, I never even seen nothing like this.
The entertainment world is buzzing with claims that Diddy has been named in a string of alleged, let's just say, unconventional rituals. What's wilder? Tyler Perry, yes, Tyler Perry, is being accused of having a front row seat at Diddy's most outlandish parties, and the tapes might have receipts. The word on the street is that Tyler may have even been one of Diddy's handlers, orchestrating some of these, events. Well, Tyler and Diddy have been close for years, always showing up together at events, speaking highly of each other and working on business ventures. But rumors are now swirling that something far more controversial has been going on behind the scenes. The kind of rumors that could make or break an empire. Diddy, now facing legal trouble, has been connected to wild parties that have long been rumored to involve some seriously shady activities. What's more, some insiders are saying that the feds have video evidence of things getting out of control at these events. Even Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, has hinted that other high-profile celebrities are caught up in it. The big question now, could Tyler Perry be one of them?
But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Cause you know who else they was doing investigation on?
With Diddy's legal walls closing in, speculation is mounting that Tyler Perry might also be in the crosshairs. Perry has been named in rumors tied to these freak-off parties, events that have gained infamy for the alleged activities that take place behind closed doors. Some are even saying Perry has appeared in court in connection with these scandals. And now, with Diddy possibly facing arrest, it's not far-fetched to think Diddy might try to cut himself a deal by implicating others, even throwing Perry under the bus. Could Tyler be next in line to feel the heat?
And he got to put something together real soon because they not playing with him. He has to put something together real soon and say, yo, listen to me. I know this, I know that. It's way bigger than Diddy.
Adding to the swirl of controversy are older rumors of Perry's alleged involvement in human
trafficking is a crime often hidden in plain sight. We like to think that it only happens in other places and only affects other people, but sadly it's happening right here in our backyard in Georgia.
Right around the time those accusations surfaced, Perry conveniently appeared in a PSA about human TF-ficking, warning about how victims are often taken advantage of by people they trust. It is clearly important to know the warning signs of and how to report suspicious activity. It can save someone's life, Perry said. The timing of his involvement in the PSA raised eyebrows, with many questioning whether it was a carefully calculated move to distance himself from darker accusations. The connection between Perry and Diddy goes deeper than just business. The fact that Perry has attended Diddy's infamous freak-off parties raises even more questions about his involvement in Hollywood's underbelly.
Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted.
These aren't just any parties. These are the gatherings where rumors about gay rituals and power dynamics have surfaced, with Perry now being one of the names tied to the whispers. But the heat doesn't stop there. Terry Crews has also recently entered the conversation, exposing the ugly side of Hollywood's power structures. Crews recounted his own experiences of specifically identifying Adam Venit, a major player in the industry, as the executive who groped him at a Hollywood event in 2016. He's connected to probably everyone I know in the business, Crews said, shedding light on the powerful network that protects such behavior. While Crews didn't mention Perry directly, the same toxic power dynamics Crews described mirrors the allegations surrounding Perry's involvement in the industry's darker side. Crews even took to Twitter, expressing that the Harvey Weinstein revelations triggered PTSD for him, recounting that he was groped by a high-level Hollywood executive at an event he attended with his wife the previous year. He wrote, "My wife and I were at a Hollywood function last year and a high-level Hollywood executive came over to me and groped my privates. Jumping back, I said, 'What are you doing?' My wife saw everything and we looked at him like he was crazy. He just grinned like a jerk. I was going to kick his A right then, but I thought twice about how the whole thing would appear." Crews attended a crowded party last year with his wife, Rebecca King Crews, where he recounted that Venit started staring at him and engaging in overtly S gestures with his tongue, as revealed in his interview on Good Morning America. And he's still licking his tongue out and all this stuff, and I go, "Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then he comes back again, and he just won't stop, Crews said. Crews recounted that he forcefully pushed Venit away, causing Venit to bump into other partygoers. Rather than showing remorse, Venit began laughing and giggling, leaving Crews feeling profoundly emasculated and objectified. The incident haunts Crews, who questions its reality every morning.
You're talking about a very, very powerful man who has access to studio heads. What they do affects every part of the business, from producers, writers.
In the midst of the incident, Cruz's primary concern centered around his wife's safety. He strategically positioned himself between her and Bennett to prevent any further confrontation. The aftermath left Cruz overwhelmed with anger, describing it as almost unbearable. With a sensation like he could punch a hole through his head, the emotional turmoil persisted as he and his wife drove home, with Cruz admitting to feeling such frustration that he almost tore the steering wheel off. Cruz credited his wife for playing a pivotal role in calming him down, and commended himself for avoiding resorting to violence. As an African-American man, he was acutely aware that reacting physically to Bennett would have only reinforced negative stereotypes. He empathized with victims' hesitancy to come forward, acknowledging the daunting power dynamics in Hollywood, but not anymore. Ice Cube, who's been in the game for decades, hinted that some big names might fall soon, and that Tyler could be one of them.
People are very polarized in all kind of ways. People are afraid to speak out.
Why else would Ice Cube drop such cryptic warnings if there wasn't something brewing behind the scenes? Hollywood is clearly shaking, and Perry is caught in the storm. The timing is suspicious too. We all remember how Tyler Perry was trying to scoop up a majority stake in BET just last year alongside Diddy and Byron Allen. A power move, sure, but could it be that all these dealings were just another way to strengthen his grip on the industry while hiding what was happening in the shadows? Well, we all know many of Tyler Perry's movies are notorious for showcasing black characters in stereotypical, sometimes downright degrading roles. He's built an empire on those slapstick Madea moments, but according to a growing number of critics, that's exactly the problem.
And they said they loved the script, but they wasn't sure how the film was going to turn out, so they passed.
Critics have long accused Perry of reinforcing harmful portrayals, keeping black actors in caricature-like roles that often play to the lowest common denominator. Actors who star in his films rarely see their careers take off the way we've seen from Denzel and Sam's protégés. For example, you can see how far Denzel Washington's protégé, Chadwick Boseman, went.
I know you have also inspired and motivated others. An offering from a sage and a king is more than silver and gold.
They accuse Perry of using those same demeaning tropes to get laughs and ratings, leaving the actors stuck in those narrow boxes. Oh, and it's not just the public noticing. One of the loudest voices in this conversation has been Spike Lee, who famously dubbed Perry's work as coonery and buffoonery. Lee argued that instead of elevating black stories, Perry's films do the opposite by perpetuating tired, harmful tropes.
So a lot of this is on us. A lot of this is on us. You know, you vote with your pocketbook, your wallet, you vote with your time.
And then there's the career stagnation for some of the actors in his films. Many who star in Perry's productions don't see the meteoric rise that talents mentored by legends like Denzel Washington or Samuel L. Jackson enjoy. Think about Denzel's protege, the late Chadwick Boseman, who broke through in 42 and Black Panther and became a symbol of black excellence in cinema. Compare that trajectory to those who've been typecast in Perry's films, it's like night and day. Perry's reliance on these stereotypical roles has drawn criticism for limiting the potential of black actors, trapping them in a cycle of roles that don't reflect their true range or capabilities. Maybe that's why he reacted to Spike Lee that way.
I will punch the hell out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
Not only Spike Lee, but according to Jackson too, Perry not only typecasts black actors, but actively holds them back by using these over-the-top, exaggerated roles that prevent growth. Jackson's been in Hollywood for decades, so when he speaks about the exploitation of black talent, it carries weight.
This is like saying that, I've done what I set out to do, which was be a great entertainer, get people to come to the movies, have a good time.
And it's not just Jackson sounding the alarm. Spike Lee has been calling out Perry for years. Their feud, while well documented, is more than just a personal clash. It's a battle over how black stories are told in Hollywood. Spike Lee is known for his gritty, socially conscious films that showcase the full depth of black life, while Perry, in Lee's eyes, panders to the lowest denominator for laughs and box office success. Not only that, Tyler's been accused for years of feeding into a narrative that doesn't really uplift black women, often painting them as strong, but hopelessly dependent on problematic men. And now, the women who have the power to say no to his empire are doing just that.
Our industry, they were all white.
And now, Tichina Arnold might be the final nail in Tyler Perry's coffin. Rumor has it that if Tichina's got dirt on him, it's explosive enough to end his career. People are buzzing, wondering what exactly Tyler might have done to stir up the cancel culture storm that's brewing. Sure, Tyler Perry isn't someone who can be easily sidelined, but if these rumors are true, the legacy he's worked so hard to build could come crashing down.
The man is trash. I'm just... period. I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so this is what I got to say. It's funny how he got all this money to do.
Now, Tichina isn't just any actress. This is someone who owned her role in Martin as Pamela James, turning it into an instant classic. And in Everybody Hates Chris, she brought the perfect blend of toughness and comedy. Beyond her iconic roles, Tichina has been a major advocate for diversity and better opportunities for Black actors. She's got the respect, the experience, and a career to back up her voice in Hollywood.
There are a lot of glass ceilings in America, and after 37 years of being in the business, I'm still knocking down ceilings.
But now, she's speaking out. And it's not just about her struggles with underpayment or lack of fair residuals. She's exposing Hollywood's dark underbelly, and Tyler Perry's smack in the middle of it. Whatever Tichina has up her sleeve could spell disaster for Perry. And actresses aren't just worried about his old controversies, like the problematic stereotypes in his movies, but also about what else he might be hiding. Not only Tichina, but Monique's also weighed in on the industry drama. She's revealed some shocking details about how Lee Daniels has supposedly helped Tyler Perry undermine other artists, including herself.
I've never seen so many cowards and Black men in this business. I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that.
Well, Tyler Perry is no stranger to controversy, but his treatment of Monique may just be the tip of the iceberg. And it's got actresses running for the hills. While everyone's focused on the leaks from Diddy's infamous freak-offs, Monique has come forward, and what she's hinting at could outshine even Diddy's dirtiest laundry. If you thought Perry's connection to Diddy's scandal was shocking, just wait until you hear about the way he allegedly blackballed Monique from Hollywood.
I would say it's blatantly unfair.
A few months ago, Monique took the stage at the Apollo Theater and unleashed her thoughts on Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey, accusing them of blacklisting her after her role in Precious. According to her, Tyler was one of the ringleaders behind her being shut out of Hollywood. Despite winning an Oscar, she found herself labeled difficult and sidelined for simply wanting fair compensation. Now, Monique isn't just stirring up drama for no reason. Rumor has it she's ready to spill more about Tyler Perry's behind-the-scenes antics, and it's enough to make actresses think twice about working with him. In 2009, Monique was asked to promote Precious without being paid. After refusing, things spiraled. Suddenly, stories leaked about her being hard to work with, and she became Hollywood's new problem. But Monique connected the dots. It wasn't just a coincidence, someone was working against her, and Tyler Perry was at the center. Despite years of demanding an apology from Perry and Oprah, Monique has received nothing but silence, which only makes her more determined to reveal the truth.
He said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen, but I wanted to call you up.
Monique's story doesn't just expose how Perry treated her, it highlights a much bigger issue. Tyler Perry's films have long been criticized for their harmful portrayals of Black women, pushing narratives where they should settle and endure mistreatment. Now, actresses are fed up, not only with his films, but also with the way he allegedly uses his power to shut people out of the industry. And it's not just Monique. A viral video circulating on social media compared Tyler Perry's movies to trash and accused him of harboring a fear of white people that influences his work.
I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so this is what I got to say. It's funny how he got all this money to do everything but the right thing.
The woman asserted that Tyler Perry harbors a fear of white people, which she believed was influencing his creative choices and decisions. Her comments garnered support from others who also shared their thoughts about Tyler Perry and his work. The critique resonated with many, sparking conversations about Perry's creative choices and how he portrays Black people on screen. Fans are weighing in too, vowing not to support him and are totally against this treatment with Black community, as one of them commented, Tyler Perry refuses to produce a show that doesn't involve the emotional torture and beating of the downtrodden black women. Another added, this can go on both sides. Because of how Hollywood forces black men to be in dresses because it's funny, they can stress them out and make the black man look like a joke. Also for trans women who actually struggle with coming out to be treated like a joke. This is F up. You got to ask people and not peer pressuring them into doing something they don't feel comfortable with. I know comedy and dark humor, but it's messed up if it's for mocking. So, is this the beginning of the end for Tyler Perry's empire? Or will his influence be enough to shut down the growing number of people speaking out against him? Either way, Samuel L. Jackson's words have lit a fire that's not going out anytime soon.